SCCRESA TV presents in 3, 2, 1. Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
This week on Dateline Schools, we're learning about the Reward Program, a program involving retired educators helping students in the classroom down at Algonac schools. And tell us all about it, my special guest, our retired Algonac principals, Martha Szymanski and Jennifer Weaver. And Jennifer, how do you pick the specific kids you work with, or do you get a chance to work with all the kids in the buildings?
It's data-based. So we look at the beginning of the year, we worked with students getting them ready for the MEP. And then after that, we look at DIBELS data. And students that are in the red or the yellow in either math or reading, the tutors will work with those students. Also, teacher recommendation. If they find they have a student that's falling behind in a certain subject, when the tutor comes in, that tutor can provide some one-on-one support for that student to bring them back up to where they need to be. And then also principal recommendations, kids that they see that need some extra help on. So we have a lot of information coming in, and that's how we put together our groups.
Martha, describe for us what a typical tutoring session is like. How does it work for you?
Well, the main focus when we started this, when we guaranteed to our tutors that we talked into coming back from being retired, was that it would be one-on-one or 1 to 2. That would be the groups that they would be working with. And the small group makes it very workable because you know right where they are, where they're struggling, and why they're doing a certain thing wrong, like on our math that we've been working on. And sometimes it's on computers. We can also use the computer lab, the technologies involved, but it's pretty much one-on-one, and it's great because it's so much more productive and successful.
Now, do you work right in the regular classroom with the kids, or do you have a special room you go to, or does it kind of vary from school to school?
It varies from school to school, what's available. Of course, as you know, some schools, this school has the luxury of a lot of Title I support, so there's a lot of parapros. And when we first started here, it was interesting because we tried to find a hall table to work at. Well, we don't start till 9, so all of those were taken. So finally, we were able to find this room, and all 3 of us on the days we're here, we're working this room. The other buildings, Millside has the library they use every day, and Fairhaven, they have some rooms that are not being used, so they work around their schedule.
And Jennifer, is this a 9-month program, or you just do select the months out of the school year?
We start right in September and work up until conferences, and then the tutors are off after conferences, basically Thanksgiving through when we come back in January. And so then we started again January 7th, and we'll go to May 24th. So it's not quite 9 months.
More tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.